Content creators and curious minds, welcome to LMC Soit, a legal management consulting company. We're going to help you today with your copyrights. My name is Anwar and I'm your friendly tech lawyerist and entrepreneur. Today we are going to explore the fascinating world of fair use in the intellectual property law, specifically in relation to the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, DMC, and some notable legal cases. So let's dive right in. The DMC is a crucial piece of legislation that addresses the copyright concerns in the digital age. It provides guidelines and protections for both copyright holders and users. Now, within the DMCA, fair use places a significant role in determining whether the use of copyrighted materials is permissible or not. So, what are the legal requirements for fair use? Well, it's essential to remember that fair use is a defense in copyright infringement, meaning you can argue that your use falls within the boundaries of fair use if you meet certain criteria to show compliance. The first factor is the purpose and the character of your use. Are you using the copyrighted material for criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, or research? These purposes are more likely to be considered fair use as they serve the greater public interest. The second factor is the nature of the copyrighted work. Is it primarily factual or more creative and original? Fair use is generally more acceptable when using factual works, as they are considered more informational and less subject to strict copyright protection. The third factor is the amount and substantiality of the portion used. Are you using a small, reasonable portion of the copyrighted work? Or are you reproducing the whole thing? Generally, using a small portion is more likely to be considered fair use as long as it's necessary for the original work. Will it harm the potential market value of the copyrighted material? If your use acts as the alternative or substitute or directly competes with the original work, fair use becomes more challenging to establish. Now let's talk about some relevant cases that have shaped the interpretation of fair use. One landmark case is the Campbell vs. Acuff Rose Music Inc., which involved the famous rap group Two Live Crew sampling the song Oh Pretty Women. The Supreme Court ruled that the parody created by Two Live Crew represented a fair use, as it transformed the original work and served a different purpose. Another notable case is the Google Books case, where Google was sued for scanning and digitizing millions of books without obtaining the permission from the copyright holders.